Hello, good morning dear students. Students, in last two sessions we have solved exercise 1.1. Now today in this session we are going to see what are the different properties when we add and subtract the integers. Now first property is for addition, that is closure under addition. What does it mean, closure under addition? When sum of any two integers is also an integer is known as property of closure under addition. Now we all know the sum of two whole number is also again give the whole number. So here also, suppose if we consider a and b both are integers. Okay, if we add them together, a plus b, whatever the value comes after the addition, that value also an integer, and that property known as closure under addition. Okay, in mathematical term we can say when any two integers add together, the value of those integers is known as also integer, and that property is closure under addition, or we can say closed under addition. For example, here if I'll take here 5 plus 3. Now 5 and 3 both are integer. Whatever the addition comes after the addition, the value 8, that is also integer. Okay, so this property is known as closure under addition. Okay, now let's take negative integer. Okay, so if I'll take here minus 7 plus 12. Okay, so here we have to do the addition of two different integers. Okay, so here two different signs are there, plus minus and plus, so we have to do the subtraction. So 7 minus 12 is equal to 5, and 12 is bigger number over here which is positive, so keep 5 as it is. So these two integers are there, and the sum of these two integers also an integers, and this property is known as closure under addition. I hope you understood what I am trying to say. It is very simple. When we add any two integers together, whatever the value comes, that is also an integer, and that property is known as closure under addition. Now let's see the same property for the subtraction. Now here we are going to learn the same property, closure under subtraction. This property is for subtraction. So closure under addition and subtraction. Here also same thing is there, when the difference of any two integers also an integer, and that property is known as closure under addition. Suppose same example we'll take, a and b both are integers. Okay, if we minus them, a minus b is equal to, if we consider, okay, 0, or if we will take here c also, so that is also an integer. Okay, integer. So when we subtract, okay, when we subtract any two integer, whatever the difference comes, that is also an integer. That property we known as closure under addition, or we can say the integer are closed under subtraction. Now let's take another example to understand it better. Suppose here I'll take 9 minus 5. Okay, so here we have to do the subtraction of one positive number and one negative number. So negative become positive. So we have to do the addition here. So 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. 14 is bigger number. So here we can say that this subtraction is closed under, or we can say that these two integers are closed under subtraction. Okay, so now let's see the another property. Students, we are going to learn three more different properties we are going to learn here for addition and subtraction. So remember here that two operations we are learning here, addition and subtraction, and the same property is there for addition and same property is for the subtraction. We have seen in the addition that what does it mean closure under addition. When we add any two integers, whatever the value comes, that is also an integer, so we can say that those integers are closure under addition. Or and for closure under subtraction, when the difference of two integers, the difference of two integer, the whatever the difference comes, okay, that is also an integer, or we can say that these two integers are closed under subtraction. Now let's learn the second property of addition for addition and subtraction. Now second property is commutative property, and this property we are going to see for addition first. Okay, now what does it mean, commutative property? Now here we are learning for we are seeing this property for the addition. So here they are saying if we are adding any two integers, okay, any two integers will get the same value after changing their order. Okay, so here if we'll see example here, example a and b both are integer. Okay, if we'll add them together, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, so if we'll change their order, we'll get the same answer. Okay, same answer. Then we can say that property is commutative property for addition. Okay, so how will we define this property? We can say that addition of any two integers remain same in any order. If we'll change their places, okay, of any integer, we'll get the same answer. For example, if I'll take another example here, okay, so minus 4 plus 6. Okay, so here two different integers are there. One is negative integer and one is positive integers, and when we are adding the negative and positive integer, what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction here. So here 4 minus 6 is equal to 2. Okay, here 6 is positive integer, that's why we got the value positive. Okay, now let's change their position according to this equation. If I'll write first 6 and then if I'll write minus 4, okay, here also positive and negative become negative, means subtraction we have to do. So 4 minus 6 is equal to 2. Okay, here again 6 is positive integer, so we'll give the sign of this 2 means positive. So here we got the same answer after changing their places also, or after changing their order, and that is the property of commutative property. So remember student, what is a commutative property? After addition of any two integer, the value of those integer will remain same after changing their order, and that property is commutative property. Let's take one more example, so you will understood it better. Now here student, we are going to see these two examples to understand the commutative property for addition. Okay, so here two integers are there, 7 plus 8. Now after adding the 7 plus 8, we'll get the 15. Okay, now here if you'll see the right hand side of these two integers, so here their orders are different. Okay, so first is 8 is here and then 7 is there. So here we have changed their order, but after changing their order also we'll get the same answer. So 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. So see, the value remains same after changing their order, that is commutative property. Now let's take let's do the addition of two negative numbers. Let's see after changing their orders we'll get the same answer or not. Okay, so here in bracket minus 8 is there, plus in bracket minus 9. Okay, so here two negative integers are there, we have to do the addition. Okay, when two negative numbers are there, we have to do the addition. So 8 plus 9 is equal to 17, and here bigger number is the integer minus 9, the whole number of this integer is bigger, that is minus 9, so we'll give the sign of that number, and we got the minus 17. Now let's, here on the right hand side we have changed the order of these two integers. So first we have written minus 9 and then minus 8. Okay, so here again two negative integers are there, we have to do the addition. So 9 plus 8 is equal to 17. 9 is bigger, so we'll give the sign of that number. So student, here also we got the same answer, the value is same for both the integers, and this property is known as commutative property. The addition of any two integer remains same after changing their order. So we can say that this property means addition, the addition of these two integers satisfies this property. Okay, now let's see the same property for the subtraction. Let's see that we are going to means after subtraction of two integer, after changing their order, we'll get the same value or not. Now here same property is there, commutative property for subtraction, but here students, this subtraction is not satisfied this commutative property. Why? Because commutative property for subtraction is not closed operation, because the result of an integer will not be same in any order, and that's why a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Here the property is saying if we change the order of the integers when we are doing subtraction, we will not get the same answer, and that's why this property is not for the subtraction. Okay, for example, if we'll take here 5 minus 3, okay, here we'll get the answer 2. Okay, if we change the order of these two integers, so we'll not get the same value. So here if we'll minus 3 minus 5, okay, 3 minus 5, here we have to do the subtraction. 3 minus 5 is equal to 2, but here 5 is bigger number, so we have to give the sign of that number. So we'll get here, we got here minus 2. So here whole numbers are same of both the integer, but the values are different. Okay, the values are not equal, and that's why this property is not for the subtraction. So remember students, commutative, whenever you are doing the subtraction of any two integer for the commutative property, that commutative property is not fulfilled by the subtraction of integers. So remember the difference when you are doing the addition and subtraction. Commutative property is for only for the addition, not for the subtraction, because here for the subtraction will not get the same answer after changing their order. Okay, now let's see the third property for the addition. We'll see the that property for addition and then subtraction. Now third property is associative property, and this property we are going to see for the addition. Okay, so we have to remember when we are doing the addition, so we have to remember the associative property. Now let's see the addition of the integer is fulfill this property or not. Here what this property is saying for the addition, the sum of any three integers or group of integer remains same in any order. Okay, so here we have to add the more than 3 means 3 integers or more than that. Okay, and if we'll change their order when we are doing the addition, we'll get the same answer in any order, and that property is known as associative property. Okay, now suppose if we consider a plus b, okay, and a, b, c, these are 3 integers. Okay, if we add them together in any order, we'll get the same answer. Okay, on the places of a, if we'll take the numbers, so we'll get here. Okay, so here I'll take on the place of a 5, 4, 6, and here 5 plus 4, 6. Okay, so here we are going to do the addition of these 3 integers in different order. Let's see we'll get the same answer or not. So first we'll solve this bracket first. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. Okay, so we got the answer 15. Now let's do the addition of these two integer. So 4 plus 6 is equal to 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So here we got the same answer after changing their addition, after changing their order. Okay, so here we add first a plus b, okay, but in second on the left hand side we add in the bracket b plus c, okay, but here we got the same answer after changing their order, and that property is associative property. Let's take another example, one more example to understand it better. Now student, this is the equation of integers that we have to do the addition of three negative integers, okay, and we are going to change their order also. First we will solve this one and then after we will change their order. So in the big bracket the two negative integers are there, okay. When two negative integers are there, what we have to do? We have to do the addition. 4 plus 7 is equal to 11, and here 7 is bigger integer, so we have to give the sign of that number. Again here addition and minus 2, okay. This now we have to add the minus 2 in the value of these two integers. So here again two negative integers are there, so minus minus become plus. So 11 plus 2 is equal to 13, and 11 is the bigger integer, so we will give the sign of that number, okay. So we got the minus 13 over here, okay. Now let's change the order and let's see we'll get the minus 13 or not. So here first in simple bracket we'll write minus 4. Now in bigger bracket we'll take minus 7 plus minus 2, okay. Now here we will solve first this big bracket, okay. So minus 7 and minus 2 become plus, so 7 plus 2 is equal to 9, and we have to give the sign of bigger number. 7 is bigger number, so we'll give the sign of this number. Let's do the addition here. Minus 4, okay. So again here two negative integers are there. Two negative integers means what we have to do? We have to do the addition. So 4 plus 9 is equal to 13. Minus 9 is bigger number, so we'll give the sign of that number, and we got the minus 13. So see students, here we have added three integers, okay, three negative integer, and after changing their order also we got the same answer. So here the addition of these three integer fulfill this property, so we can say this property satisfied the addition of these integer. Now let's see the same property for the subtraction. Let's see the subtraction, the group of integers when we are doing their subtraction is satisfied this property or not. Now students, here associative property for subtraction we are going to see, but this property is not for the subtraction, because here the value of any subtraction, if we are subtracting them, will not get the same value if we change their order. So that's why a in bracket a minus b bracket complete minus c is not equal to a minus in bracket b minus c. Now if we'll take here 7 minus, here if I take 4 and minus 3, okay, and here if I'll change their order over here, so here 7 minus 4, or we can say, okay, 7 minus 4 and minus 3, okay. So here we have changed their order. Now let's do the subtraction, okay. So here we'll do the subtraction of bracket which are in the subtraction of integers which are in bracket, okay. So here 4 minus 3, so here before 4 there is no sign, it means this is a positive integer. So when positive and negative integers are there, what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction. So here 3 minus 4 is equal to 1, and 4 is bigger number, so we'll keep the 1 as it is, okay. Now let's minus the 7 here, okay. So again here before the, okay, so here both are positive integers over here, because before them there is no sign. It means both integers are positive. So here what we have to do, we have to do the subtraction, because we are doing the subtraction. So 1 minus 7 is equal to 6. So here we got the answer, that is 6. Now let's see this answer will get after changing their order. So here again we have to do the subtraction of these two integers which are in a bracket. So here before 7 there is no sign. It means this is a positive integer. So positive and negative integer become negative, means we have to do the subtraction. So 4 minus 7 is equal to 3, and here 7 is bigger integer, so we'll give the sign of that numbers. Okay, so minus 3. Okay, both are different, means both are with the different sign. So here plus and minus become minus. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So here we got the different value. And that's why this property is not for the subtraction, because the value of the integers, the difference of the integer is not satisfied this property. So we have seen here three properties, students. In first property we have seen the closure under addition and subtraction, both addition and subtraction of integer fulfilling that property. But when we have learned the property commutative property and associative property, both properties are for the addition only, okay, not for subtraction, because here we have to change their order, and when we are doing the addition of the integer, that time the value of those integers remaining same, but when we are doing the subtraction their values are not same in any order, and that's why commutative property and associative properties are not for the subtraction. Okay, so we have learned the three properties for addition and subtraction. Now we are going to see the additive identity. Now students, what is additive identity? Now when we have learned the whole numbers, we know if we add the 0 with any whole number, we'll get the same whole number. Okay, the number itself we get after adding with the 0. Here also the additive identity for the integers, when we are doing the addition, that time remember 0 is the additive identity for an integer. So for example, if I'll take here minus 7, and if I add this minus 7 with the 0, I will get the same number. This is minus 7, and that's why the 0 is additive identity for the any integers. Okay, so if I take 15 plus 0 is equal to 15, this is also an integer. Okay, so 0 is additive identity for any integer. Okay, so if we'll change their places, so we'll get the same answer. Okay, if I'll take 0 first and then 23 is equal to 23 in any order, if you are adding 0 with any integer, we'll get the same integer, and that is known as additive identity. So remember student, which one is the additive identity for integer? So when you are doing the addition, that time 0 you have to remember, because after adding 0 with any integers, we get the same integers, and that is additive identity. Okay, so here we have seen three different properties. We have seen additive identity. Now we are going to learn how to find out the pairs of the integers when we are doing the addition and subtraction of integers. Now students, we are going to, and this concept is very important when you are doing the addition of integers. Okay, so we have to find out the pair of the integers whose sums gives negative integers. Okay, negative integers. When you are doing the addition of any two integers, remember the value, the sum of those two integers should be negative integer. So when you want the negative integers of any two integers, that time you have to remember their sign. It is very important. Okay, when you are doing the addition of two different integers, suppose if I take 7 plus minus 8. Okay, two different integers are there, positive integers here and negative integers here. So when you are doing the addition of these two integers, remember whatever the negative integer is there, the negative integer of the whole number of that integer should be bigger than the positive integer. What I'm saying, ये मैं यहाँ पे क्या कह रही हूँ, जब आप लोग एडिशन करते हो टू डिफरेंट इंटीजर्स की, नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स की, तो हमेशा याद रखना कि नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स का जो होल नंबर होता है वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव इंटीजर से बड़ा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर हम उनकी एडिशन करते हैं तो हमारा नंबर हमेशा नेगेटिव ही आता है. Okay, and we want the pair of the integer whose sums gives the negative integer. So here if we'll add them together, okay, so here positive and negative integers are there. When positive and negative integers are there, what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction. So 7 minus 8 is equal to 1, and 8 is bigger integer over here, so here we'll give the sign and here we got the negative integer. Okay, understood? Now this is the one possibility. Now in second possibility, what will happen, that both will be the negative integer. That time also you have to remember whatever the negative integer. Suppose if I'll take here minus 9 plus minus 6. Okay, so here both negative integers are there. Okay, so here you have to remember minus minus become plus. Okay, so 9 plus 6 is equal to 15, and again we have to give the sign of the bigger integers. Here also we got the same means negative integer we got. So students, when you want the negative integers, okay, the pair you have to find out for the negative integers. Remember the two possibilities are there when you are doing the addition of positive and negative integers. Okay, and second is when you are adding the both negative integers are there, and that time you will get the negative integers, and these are the pairs for the negative integers. I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. I am saying is that you have to find out the pair of integer whose sum gives the negative integer. मतलब एडिशन करने के बाद जो भी हम इंटीजर लेते हैं उनकी एडिशन हमेशा नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स ही आनी चाहिए. ऐसे हमें दो इंटीजर्स ढूंढने हैं, तो ढूंढने के जब हम ढूंढते हैं तो हमें ऐसे करना चाहिए कि दो पॉसिबिलिटीज रहती है. वहाँ पे अगर हम एडिशन करते हैं पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव की, तो हमेशा जो नेगेटिव इंटीजर रहता है उसका होल नंबर हमेशा पॉजिटिव इंटीजर से बड़ा होना चाहिए, तब जाके हमें नेगेटिव इंटीजर मिलेगा. और सेकेंड पॉसिबिलिटी ये रहती है कि दोनों इंटीजर्स भी नेगेटिव रहते हैं और उसका भी एक नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स का जो होल नंबर रहता है वो हमेशा बड़ा होना चाहिए, तब जाके हमें नेगेटिव इंटीजर मिलेगा. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टूड. नाउ लेट्स सी द पेयर ऑफ इंटीजर्स whose sums gives the 0. Now students, here we are seeing the pairs of integer when we are doing the addition. Okay, so here we have to find out the pairs of integer whose sums gives the 0. Okay, now here you have to remember that you have, for example, if I'll take here minus 10, okay, and plus 10. Okay, so you have to remember when you will get the sum of two integers 0, when the negative integer will be there and positive integer will be there. Okay, so you have to remember two different integer you have to take. One is positive, one is negative, but the whole number of both the integer will remain same. मतलब यहाँ पे additive inverse, we have to remember additive inverse. Okay, additive inverse, when we add them together we'll get the 0. So here minus 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. So see, these are the two, this is the pair for the integer 0. So we got the 0, and this is the pair of the integer. So remember students, when you will get the addition of two integers 0, when one is negative and one is positive, and you will get but here the whole number of both the integer will be the same. If I'll take here minus 17 and plus 17. Okay, minus and plus become minus. So here the addition of both the integers will be 0. So students remember here, हमें क्या करना है, जीरो आने के लिए एक नेगेटिव लेना है, एक पॉजिटिव लेना है, पर जो इंटीजर लेते हैं उसका जो होल नंबर रहता है वो हमेशा सेम रहना चाहिए, एक ही नंबर लेना चाहिए, तब जाके हमको जीरो मिलता है. ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स सी द पेयर ऑफ इंटीजर whose sums gives the integer smaller than the both the integer. Okay, so third pair we have to find it for the pair of integer whose sums gives integer smaller than the both the integers. Okay, after adding any two integer, the value of those two integer is smaller than the integer. For example, if I'll take here, okay, -6, okay, plus -5. Okay, both two negative integers are there. So what we have to do? We have to do the addition. So 6 plus 5 is equal to 11, and here 6, the first integer is -6, and the whole number of this integer 6 is bigger than this number, so we'll give the sign of this. So here we got the 11. Okay, now here the value of the answer which we got, this is less than these two integers. We have learned that when we are learning the negative integers. Okay, again I'll draw here the number line. Okay, -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so students, when we are moving from the right to the left side, the value of each integer decreases, मतलब कम होता है, कम. होल नंबर भले ही बड़ा हो इंटीजर्स का, पर उसकी वैल्यू जो होती है वो हमेशा कम रहती है. तो यहाँ पे ये बोथ इंटीजर्स आर ग्रेटर देन दिस इंटीजर. ओके, सो द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस टू इंटीजर लेस देन द स्मॉलर देन दिस टू इंटीजर, एंड वी गॉट द पेयर. दिस इज द पेयर ऑफ इंटीजर whose integer means the whose value is smaller than these two integer. I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. Now let's, here two possibilities should be there. Okay, here in first possibility, when you are doing the addition of two negative integers, okay, you have to take two negative integers. That time you have to remember the whole number of any one integer should be bigger. That time you will get the smaller, the value of the integer will get the smaller than the two integer. मैं यहाँ पे ये कह रही हूँ कि आप लोगों को ऐसे टू इंटीजर्स लेने हैं. अगर आप एडिशन कर रहे हो टू नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स की, तो हमेशा एक नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स का होल नंबर हमेशा बड़ा रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसका साइन उसके साथ जाएगा और उसकी वैल्यू जो हो कम हो जाएगी. Okay, so here one possibility is there. Okay, now let's see the another pair. Okay, so second possibility is when you are adding the two different integers. Okay, two different integers. Here first negative integer is there and positive integers is there. Okay, so plus become +4. Okay, and here -9 is there. Okay, so let's do the addition, means we have to do the, now the fourth pair we have to find it out. That is for integer smaller than the only one of the integer. Okay, the sum of means the value after adding any two integer, that value is smaller than only one integer. Okay, so here example I have taken here 2 plus in bracket -6. Okay, so here what we have to do, whatever the value will come, that value is less than any one two integer. Okay, so यहाँ पे मैं कह रही हूँ कि जो वैल्यू जो भी आएगी वो वैल्यू इन दोनों इंटीजर में से एक किसी इंटीजर से छोटी रहेगी. ओके, सो हियर plus and minus sign is there. So what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction. Okay, so here 2 minus 6 is equal to -4. Okay, so -4 is less than the -2. How? Because we have learned that 2 is positive number. So positive integers also always bigger than the negative integers, because the whole number of this integer is bigger. That's why we have given. See student, in value it is very important to see the value, okay, when you are finding out the pair, not the whole number of that integers, okay. So if you see the whole number of both the integer, 4 is smaller than the 6, but if you see the value of both the integers, so value of -4 is bigger than the -6, because we have learned when we are moving from the right to the left, the value of each integer, negative integer, decreases, and in simple term, which one is the integer which is closer than the 0, so that is -4. So -4 is greater than the -6, okay. So that's why here -4 is greater than -6, but -4 is smaller than the 2. So we got the pair here, integers, the pair of integer whose sums gives the integer smaller than the one integer. So here -4 is smaller than only one integer, that is 2, not -6. So remember students, when you are doing the addition of two integers, remember the positive integer should be greater than the, means here positive integer is always greater than the minus means negative integer, okay. Now let's find out the pair of another integer. So the last pair of integer we have to find out whose sum integer greater than the both integer, means here to get the value of any two integer which is greater than the given integers, remember both are positive integer, okay. So 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. So here both are positive integer, and that's why the value of these two integer also a positive integer. So this positive 12 is bigger than these two integers, okay. So we got the pair 5 plus 7 is equal to plus 12. So this is the pair where we got the value that is greater than these two integer. I hope you understood. Here when we are finding out the pair of integer whose sum is negative integers, okay, whose sum is 0, whose sum is smaller than the given integer, and the another one we have seen, the one means the value is smaller than one integer, okay. And the last one we have seen the pair of integer whose integer is greater than both the integer. Now we are going to see the pair of integer whose difference. Now we are going to see the pairs for the subtraction. Now let's see the pair of integers whose difference is. Now here we have to find out the pair of integer who will give the negative integer, okay. So here also same things you have to remember when you are finding out the pair of integers whose sum, okay. So here what we have to do is, suppose you are subtracting the two different integer, okay, positive and negative. That time what we have to do here, okay, it will take +4 -6, okay. So here the negative integers whatever you are taking, that the whole number of that integer, the negative integer, should be greater than this one. Value is +4 is greater than -6. I am saying the whole number of this integer, whole number, okay. So here the whole number of the integer, the second integer, the whole number of second integer is bigger than this integer, so we will give the sign of that number, okay. So here plus and minus is there, so we have to do the subtraction and we will get the 2. So here we got the difference of these two integer, that is -2 and that is negative integer. Here I am saying if you are subtracting positive and negative integer, always remember the whole number of negative integers should be greater than the positive integer, okay. So let's take another example over here. So again 12 minus 18, okay. So here before 12 there is no sign, it means this is a positive integer, and before 18 there is a negative sign, means this is a negative integer. So here if we'll say if we see here, so 18, the integer, negative integer 18, the whole number of this integer is bigger than the 12. Okay, so automatically whatever answer will come, will take the sign of this integer, so 12 minus 18 is minus 6. Okay students, so remember the whole number of negative integers should be greater than the positive integers, and then you will get the negative integer. Now let's see the pair of integers whose difference gives the 0. Okay, whose difference gives the 0. The same thing you have to remember when you are adding, when you are finding out the pair of integers whose sums gives the 0. So here again you have to take positive integer and negative integer, but the whole number of both the integers should be same, and then you will get the 0. Here what I am saying, that if you will take here plus 8 and minus 8, plus and minus become minus, so 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. Means here you have to take one positive integer and second negative integer you have to take, but the whole number of both the integers should be same, and then you will get the 0. Okay, now let's see the third pair. Okay, students, now we have to find out the pair of integer whose difference give, means the value of those integer is smaller than the both the integer. Okay, if when you are subtracting two positive numbers, okay, so here we have to do the subtraction of two positive numbers. Okay, so here if I take 9 here and here I will take 3. So before doing the addition, students, when you are subtracting two negative integers, remember you will get the integer which is smaller than the both the integer. If I take minus 9 and minus 3, here minus minus become what? We have to do the addition. So 9 minus 3 is equal to 12, and we have to give the sign of bigger number here, minus 12. So we got the answer, that is minus 12. Okay, and if you see the value of this minus 12, it's the smaller than both these two integers, Remember students, when we are moving from right to the left side, the value of each integers decreases. Okay, and here these both integers are more nearer to the minus 12, so here the value of these two integers more than this integers. So here we can say, whenever you are doing the subtraction of two integers, remember the whole number of one integer always bigger than the another one, then we'll get the minus, means negative integer which is smaller than the both the integers. Okay, one more example we can take here. If I'll take minus 14 plus minus 7, so here what we have to do, here two negative integers are there and we have to do the subtraction of these two negative integers. Okay, so negative become positive, so 14 plus 7 is equal to 21, and 14 is bigger one, so we have to give the sign of that number. So students, here we got the answer minus 21, which is smaller than the both the integers. Okay, so when you are finding out the pair whose difference is negative, means the smaller integer, that time you have to remember whatever integer you will take, the whole number of negative integer always greater than the another one, because the sign you have to write, and because of that sign the value of that integer will be smaller than the given two integers. Now students, the D pair you have to find out, pair of integers whose difference an integer greater than only one of the integers. So we have to find out the which integers are there whose value is greater than any one integer. So students, remember, when you are doing the subtraction of any two integers, you have to take, to find out the pair for these two negative integers you have to take. Okay, so here if I take minus 6 minus 2. Okay, so before doing any subtraction we have to change their sign. Okay, so minus become plus. Okay, and here minus 6, again minus and plus become minus, so 6 minus 2 is equal to minus 4. So what they are saying, pair of integers whose difference an integer greater than only one of the integer. So minus 4 is greater than only than the minus 6, not than here positive 2 is there. Positive 2 is greater than both these two integers. Both these two integers are negative. Positive integers always greater than the negative integers. That you have to remember. What they are saying, when you have to find out the pair of difference whose difference will give you the integer which will be the smaller integer, one of them integer. Okay, so ऐसे कोई दो इंटीजर आपको लेने हैं, उसका जो सब्ट्रैक्शन आता है वो एक इंटीजर्स की उसकी वैल्यू कम हो, तो यहाँ पे हमें सब्ट्रैक्शन ऐसे टू नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स का करना है, two negative integers, and then you will get the integer which is smaller than the one integer or greater than the one integer, vice versa. Here minus 4 is smaller than the 2 and greater than the minus 6 value we have to see. So we got the integer whose greater than the minus 6. Minus 4 is greater than the minus 6. Value of minus 4 is greater than minus 6. Now let's see the last pair for integers whose integer greater than the both the integer. Here also what you have to do is you have to take the here one positive integer, you have to take it, and after that you have to subtract with the negative integers. Okay, so here negative become positive, so here minus become plus, and plus sign you have to give and write 7 and 2. So 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So this value of these two integers greater than both the integers. Okay, so here we have given the sign of positive 2 and we got the positive 9, and positive integers always bigger than the negative one. So here how you will find out the pair of integer who's greater than the both the integer? So one integer you have to take positive and another one you have to take negative integer. And remember students, when you are means positive integers, if you are taking after this one, okay, so that time also the whole number of that positive number should be greater than the previous one. So here we have seen the pair of integer for addition and for the subtraction. I hope you have understood. Just understand this whole session, then again just attend the session and just revise what you have learned in this session, how to find out the pairs of the integers, and when you are finding out the pairs, what cases you have to consider, and when you are doing the addition and subtraction, how you have to change their sign. In next session we will see the exercise 1.2, and in that exercise all the exercise is based on this, means we have to do the addition and subtraction on the basis of their properties, and where we have to find out the pairs of integers for the subtraction as well as the addition.